Yes, blessed good morning, everyone. This is DJ Roddy. I am Fabrication Welding. So, um, this is for YouTube upload. So all my subscribers on YouTube, this is DJ Roddy. I am Fabrication Welding. Soon time, you all will get some new content. Right now, I'm trying to organize the laptop because I live in a third world part of the world, as they say, third world, and I'm actually from Granada, right? I'm born in Granada, live in Granada, right? Actually from St. George's, the city, central, right? And I just want all my subscribers to know that the channel with the music, it don't stop. I don't stop upload music, but I just going through a content problem with the Copyright Act that YouTube is implementing, and I'm trying to sort out some problem with my computer. I need a new hard drive and I need more RAM, right? So I can run my software. The computer is a gaming laptop, but apparently the 6 gigs of RAM I have is not enough, for that speed and to accept the Windows 11. So I need to upgrade that and sort out that. So the reason why I'm here, like I say, I am DJ Roddy, right? I am Fabrication Welding, right? My name is Stanford John, right? My name is Stanford John. I am the last son, the last child, the last son, and the last child of the late Augustus Thomas John. He's also known as Thomas John, Tommy John. Just the other day, my brother. So before I go to my brother, Noel, who passed away, who I learned that when I was young, my mom used to always tell me, boy, your father's second name is Augustus. But I never used to believe her because I find Augustus some weird. And daddy I never saw daddy, but paper, all daddy had here was a passport, and daddy don't have any passport. Daddy had a Trinidadian, daddy have a Trinidad BV passport, right? So I learned certain things about myself and my dad, and I still want to know more about my dad, right? So as I say, my name is Stanford John, DJ Roddy. I am Fabrication Welding. I am the last male child and the last child of the late Augustus Thomas John, who died in Grenada, right? Daddy came from Trinidad. Daddy was an asylum seeker in Trinidad, and he came to Grenada and finished life, right? So daddy have 10 children. Conan John, which is the first. Trevor John, which is the second. Lincoln John, which is the third. Noel John, which is the fourth. Robert John, right, which is the fifth, right. Livingston Laggy John, which is the sixth, and you have the last two, the cross one now, Beresford John, 7, and you have Stanford John, 8, and he had 2 girls. He had 2 girls. He had Eugene, who passed away, is a daughter, and he have a daughter named Angela Francis John. The last girl. Is a girl, but I is the last. I is the last in all of his 10 children. I is number 10. I is number 8. I is number 8, and I is number 10. So I decide before I passed away by the gang violence I see rising in Grenada, that I need to find out about myself, and I need to find out certain things about my dad and my family before my life go down the drain. My life wasted. My life wasted down the drain. Because Grenada seem like is a waste of people's life. Yeah. I born the 16th of February 1980. I never knew Mr. Dr. Ifran Ali, the president of Guyana, me and he say, and I'm still older than you by a couple months. So, sir, you can't style me. And what is a doctor in planning? But Mr. Ali, you can't plan more than me because I show you all that. Let me tell you something. Mr. Ali, are you really serious? You had this doctor written planning and this and that and Guyana fracking oil. Guyana actually is an oil producer and all the currency low like that. The value like that. So low like that. And still trying to lie and say all the currency are what? Just like them Jamaica and them. Jamaica currency though what? Jamaica, Ghana is the lowest. Jamaica is the second lowest. Trinidad still better than all you. Yeah. So what I want to say is that about 1980, like I say, my father dead. My father died when I was a year and 8 months. He died the 23rd of November 1981. I was a year and 8 months when he died. The little memories I have about my father, they take it away from me when one of my brothers who grew up with me, well, accident happened, I get pushed in the back drain and I fell on my head at 2 years of age. Right? I get fell on my head. Yeah, he pushed me in the back drain and caused me to fall on my head. With the bam bam, he bunks me with the bam bam, he give me a bamsy bunks. How long ago we used to say bamsy bunks. He bunks me so hard with the bamsy. I picture for the little step there and I fall on a window sill. I fall on a concrete window edge and on the back drain. Concrete rung after 2 years of age. But my mother and them don't want people to know that. Even he don't want people to know that he was the one that do that. That is why she killed him with licks and he had to run, go and live in Cherry Hill by Miss Patterson. Right? And even when I used to go by Miss Patterson, when I used to get care, when my mother used to go to work, he didn't want me to come up because Miss Patterson was the nurse. Even my sister who was a nurse never took care of me. Right? When I was going through my concussion. Right? When you're in a coma, a concussion is a coma, right? That was always sleeping, so a coma, right? So Grenada, right now I am 45 years of age. Presently I'm a welder. I have 4 CXC subjects, right? I have building technology, carpentry, architectural drawing and social studies. I have 4 CXC subjects. And I'm into mechanic, and my dad is a mechanic. I love mechanic, I love cars because my dad is a mechanic. Plus a lorry man. Right? I'm into music, my dad is a musician. That write music, could write music. Right? Plus my dad is an alchemist. Yeah. Dad used to do alchemy here, do a lot of things here, alchemist. Plus now, daddy was just a natural phenomena. I wonder, a special man gifted with all this knowledge as a black man. Yeah, a ruddy black man. Daddy was reddish brown. Right? He didn't black. He had a reddish brown tan, ruddy color. You understand? So, for the 5 years I live in Grenada, I see government go, government change, but this one is the worst. This government is the worst. This NDC government is the worst. Right? I learned to well with the Rampersad and Co. in the year 2000 at the establishment and building of the Grand Lake Power Plant. I worked in Grand Lake Power Plant when the building was no building. Yeah, Grand Lake is an operator of outer container generators and an old shed. And I am so proud that I actually worked with the Rampersad and Co. under Honest Marshall. Yeah, Mr. Honest Marshall and them. I work with the Rampus Aramco on the installation of the first 2 Caterpillar diesel generators in Green Lake. They mash them up now, right? That's a thing I want to talk about. Green people do appreciate the labor and they do not take care of things because they do not value things. That is the problem Green people having. We very vandalize. We like to vandalize things, what we have to use. We don't care about nothing. Right? So right now, this young boy Prime Minister here, I motivate he to be Prime Minister. And he come back and throw me under the bus. None of them go accept and come forward and say, yes, this young man in the community did motivate me and inspire me to be Prime Minister. None of them go say that. None of them go say a young man, somebody in the poor cities in town. But if it's a poor person in Grenville or wherever, they will give them the ratings. They are curry favor with tongue people. Can me tell you something? They want to turn the city into a ghetto. And they want to have the rural area for the big shot house and big shot this and big shot that. And continue with the plantation lifestyle. My father had estates and had people running the estate. That's how come he meet Nila and them. My mother come in his life. You understand? Yeah, cause my mother, after she didn't finish school and then she go work on the estate. That's a piece of history Green don't want people to know about. When our foreparents, yeah, just the other day, working on the estate, some of them, because they didn't do well in school. They didn't have that mental capacity to go through schooling. You understand me say? Yeah. So, this 45 years, I live to see Grenada. And I don't see no significant change at all in Grenada. Yeah. All I know, Grenada people good at talking. Right? Is in Trinidad, I get to realize that I'm different. I'm a different Grenadian than all here. All I had no vision. They were all jealous. My energy, my light, my ideas, my creativity. You understand? Because all I have no vision, all I have no creative mind. Everybody want to wait on somebody to do something and come back and do it. You understand? I'm not saying that I doesn't thief people design too, but I know how I thief in. I just try my best to be very authentic as possible instead of going and forge people design and forge people things. You understand? I always try to create my own standard and my own design, my own patent, as I say. Right? So, I get to realize that a lot of all don't want to hear the truth and believe that we live in the last days, we live in the book of Revelation. While all they doing the commands in the church, but all is Baptist. Right? Yeah, I seen it. I be honest with you, I did support Trump to be president of America because thinking that, he didn't get a fair chance the first time. He go because he's a businessman, he go make America properly he will fix America properly, but he's a crooked businessman. You check? He's a crooked businessman. Right? Even the situation with Israel, by now the world should understand the situation with Israel and Gaza and the Palestinian. Israel is occupied. By now people should know that these people is not the real biblical tribe of Israel. Right? By now the world too modern for that. By now everybody should know that these people is not the biblical children of Israel. And the Apothar post, Israel and the Jews was warring. So if Israel and the Jews was warring, Israel sided with the Syrians to war against the Jews. Who are the Jews? But let me tell you who is the Jews. The Jews are the children of Judah. When you say somebody is a Jew, you are a descendant or you are a child, right, from the tribe of Judah. You see how I have it on my hand, the J here? The J here, somebody else see when I have my hand certain way. And that, let me tell you, people fear what they do not understand. Right? And when you understand what you fear, that gives you the opportunity to make a proper decision about that, on that. Right? You all hate me because I am a Judah. I'm a real Judah. You feel you had to born in July to be Judah? No. So, let me tell you, the Rastafarian concept have it wrong. Jews, people who are Jewish, they are ancestral Judahites. Jewish people, Judah. They are from the real ancient Judah tribe. Judah tribe is a bloodline. You don't remember God separate the tribe of Judah from the Israelites? The tribe of Israel? Judah dwell in the south, and the children of Israel dwell in the north. Why are we so ignorant towards the truth? We want to what? We reading the truth. We hearing the truth, but still we still ignorant to accept that fact. We want to twist it now into a psychological lie. In other words, you want to rebrand it now, right? And throw it back out there as a lie. Disinformation, shenanigans, deceit. Yeah? All you full of shit. All you full of shit. Real shit. So, I learn, me tell you, as a cherubim, the bull, the lion, the eagle. The bull, the lion, the eagle. The bull, the lion, the eagle. The falcon. You must say Archangel Falcon, the falcon. The third eye. All they hate enough for me because I going to prove, right, that I am an authentic African bred. Yeah. I just born in Grenada. I'm authentic African bred. My DNA do cut up over the centuries. That's how all it grew on plantation. My DNA do cut up so. You understand? So all I hear in Grenada is just promises about agro processing factory, promises, and when they actually do something, it's cheap. Very cheap. It is cheap. Look how they say they do an agro processing plant. Up to now, they don't do a follow-up. It's like they're not proud. They're not proud of their accomplishment. This is thing the country to be proud of because we just go into that mass production in manufacturing. Right? You do one agro processing facility and that is it. What about the idea of having an agro processing complex? Just as how you had the industrial complex, frequently industrial complex. Why don't you think about establishing an agro-processing complex, just as how frequently is, industrial complex is? On that compound, you have different building facilities doing agro-processing. There are so much things we can make in Grenada here and export: cheese, milk, corned beef, sardine. Why don't the government invest in fishing trawlers, proper iron boat, right? And hire good fishermen. Yeah, you're hiring these good fishermen who are a private vessel to run your ship and them, to run public service equipment, to go there and fish. Look at the garbage waste management collection. All they say, all they give it out as subcontract. But look, the place still nasty, worse than ever. Solid waste management do not have compactor truck picking up garbage. Or if they have compactor truck, a little stupid compactor truck. This modern day 2025 with all the talk about technology and science and investing in technology and ICT. You telling me you can invest in couple rare self-loading garbage compactor truck with washer and this and that from Australia? You can bring in that from Australia, because Australia using right-hand drive too, just as we. Or England. Oh, they're crazy. Well, go on, let me tell you. You know what will happen with this American advanced radar system? Let me talk about that. If all you allow the Americans to establish this advanced radar system, right, on island, we're going to see a change, a drastic negative change in our air traffic control. Yeah, and coordination, and flights, and planes. I see in a vision, these people will use the advanced radar system at Maurice Bishop, Point Saline to crash plane into the sea of Grenada to make an example. Yeah. And to crash planes on our runway. I want to remind all you that Mr. Donald Trump is not America, you know. Mr. Donald Trump is just another redneck white American trying to play bossy, right? Trying to play bossy of something which is not his, right? And next redneck KKK in disguise, trying to play bossy, trying to play bossy of something which is not his. They will impeach him. So if Grenada allow, and here what they do, they send a boy. They send the Southern Command General boy to talk to all you. A boy. Hey boy, go and talk to your people in the Caribbean. Tell them so and so. He's a boy. They always call us boy. Come boy. So if you, our Prime Minister of Grenada, give these people rights to establish that on island, and your term in office expire, and Mr. Donald Trump term in office expire, and is impeached, who you want us to come for? Now you, the ex-Prime Minister and ex-President of Grenada and of America, to crucify, to offer all their heads on the guillotine? Being honest with all you. So I want Grenadians to be smart. The government is not coming to the people. Always say, always dealing with transparency, and let us do a national, come on beyond the headlines, and let us vote on beyond. You as a young Prime Minister, what are you afraid of? You have no esteem, because you know why? You've gone contrary to your masculinity. You've gone contrary to your masculinity. That is why you appears to be an alpha male, but you're a serpent. You're a snake in the grass. And you feel like you can intimidate honest, humble people by using the knowledge you know about them against them. Right? So let we see, if we Grenadian people coward and foolish in truth and afraid, These people in government who we elect and put there, let we see if we so coward to stand up for truth, for what is truth and for what is right. Right? Because we elect these people and put there. We, the citizens of the people, elect these people and put them up there. And you know, army in Grenada, the SSU and the police, the RGPF is not an army. So, who in the army are just overthrow? Excuse me. See what going on in Madagascar? The army say they fed up. The police in Grenada know what's going on in government, but because the RGPF institution members are divided on certain policies and issues, because some are in the work for money, a lot are not in the work because of patriotism, being a true patriot, all in for money. So the ideas is like a tug-of-war game. The police force is divided. All will be conquered. Being honest with you. I'm a planning strategist too, sir. I am an alpha male. My people, sir. But the way how I was grown up by my mother, I was grown up through intimidation and fear. Because I lost my dad at a year and 8 months. And my mom is at DNQ. She don't have that literacy and that conscious, positive mind to progress herself or advance. We still live in the same way from the 80s. And I'm sick of it. And they rob me. They watch me in my eye and rob me. While I have a document in my hand saying, Stanford, you're entitled to that. The document, I had a parent deed. I entitled to a lot of things here. But these people using word psychology to enslave my spirit. And rob me and extort me. Just as how Trinidad doing with the citizens. And talking about what? Oh, they never had a change in the... You give $1 reduce on gas. Eh? And then no, you go raise rum and cigarette tax so much. Trinidadians, always see what time it is. Do not vote UNC. And the next government I want to see NTA in power. Griffith what's the woman? Pandey. I want to see Pandey daughter. Yeah. And UNC wicked. Because Bazio Pandey, that UNC party, she say she purged UNC. She get rid of all the founding members of UNC, which is Bazio Pandey daughter and who. NTA say, Mr. Griffith, National something Alliance say, well, they take part, but nobody in vote. Trinidad people stupid. Trinidad people stupid. They don't know what they want. They want to go spend 5 years in a tyrannical rule on that shit. Put NTA there, and the next government, don't give that man no work. Roger Alexander, neither as police, neither as minister, neither as ombudsman. Roger Alexander is a nastiness. Don't give he no work. Time for he to retire, retrench he, retire he, put he on the bench to warm bench. Let me see what he go do to make money. All they so smart in government, all they crooked, all they extorting, all the people legally. Right? Just like what they're doing in Grenada, they're using a legal channel to extort money through taxes from the people to make themselves rich. You understand? So, Grenada, I want to see what all they could do. I done the Grenada Renaissance Party. Like I tell you, I decide they want to label me as a gangman, drug dealer. Right? They want to stereotype me as a gangman, drug dealer. So I had also go through that. I start by God's Resistance Party, God's Revolution Party, right? And then I come to Grenada Renaissance Party, right? Grenada Renaissance Party. We are a part of the resistance. Grenada Resistance Party. We are a part of the resistance. The Renaissance and the resistance together. So we are the Renaissance, we are the resistance. Grenada Renaissance Party. Anyhow you want to look at it, Grenada Renaissance Party, Grenada Resistance Party. John 1:16. Archangel Falcon 1:16. You understand? So I had us to do that because they blacklist me. I come back from Trinidad with a level 2 advance in welding, and they jealous me. They don't want to give me no work. They jealous me qualifications. I'm talking about the 30-hour contact. I told the teacher, right? Let me come out of the noise. I told Mr. Randy Boodoo, the teacher who was teaching us in MIC at the evening classes, that they would not recognize that certificate in Grenada because of the 30 contact hours. He said, well boy, don't worry them, they go recognize because it's Trinidad, because Grenada time, T.A. Marisho Community College giving you 120 contact hours, but the level of teaching and what you learn is still less than what I go in Trinidad and do. Yeah. I'm telling you, my classes was with Fleetwell 5P, Fleetwell electrodes, and LH, low hydrogen 7018 332nd electrodes. At some point in time when I get like a chance, I used to run the 1.8 LH down there when I had time. Right? So I did a lot of practical which was necessary for on the job work in structural steel and certain things. You see all them plate, you see all them flat, not plate but flat iron, thick. All them the F1, the F2, all them joint and makeup, they have space. I wanted space. I welding with a wanted space. So I come back Grenada and they don't want to give me work. They give me like a piece of work, and then when I start doing my thing, they find a way to jealous my work and create confusion with me and fire me prematurely. Right? They don't want to pay me my 180 as a fabricator welder. You understand? And I seen a lot of man doing old work around here. You can't tell you. I ain't gonna go on that thing. I see a man do a rail up and look at street. You can't do that thing so. Grenadian welders do not know how to work iron. I learned how to fit iron together properly and use iron properly. That's why you see on the certificate, the selection of material and consumables. That's what we was taught. Or you feel any iron to go there and do that and thing. No sir. Check. So I don't want to keep this video too long because this video is almost 40 minutes. So my Grenada people, let me see if Grenada have a future. Right now this end of year gonna be real hard. I cannot believe that I could live to see 50, 60 if God spare my life and still out of a proper work. Still to establish my garage in the back day. You understand? And that I working towards that since 23 years of age. Right? So This is the necromancy and the witchcraft and wizardry which is being practiced in the Caribbean, the Southern Caribbean. Necromancy, wizardry, right? In plain sight. Plain sight. I don't eat from anybody. I don't do certain thing. I stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Because these people do not know how to lie with each other. Right? All their evil intentions. So big up everybody. I pray everybody have a safe, blessed day. So as I was saying, to my family, Noel daughter, right? Noel daughter, girl is your big brother, Hayden, I met first. Hayden, I met first before I get to know all of it. And now is Hayden. Clinton, I met first. Clinton, I met my big brother's son, Conan. Clinton, big up to Clinton John. Right? Clinton, in all of you who playing, all you don't want to talk to me. All of this, all this saying all kind of thing about me. Clinton John, I met first, who came here in his grandfather's house in the mid-90s. I think it was 95, 94, 95. He and his wife from England. Not from England, from Trinidad. They came from Trinidad. Right? He and his Indian wife came from Trinidad. And I think he came to Grenada. I'm telling you, he had money in Grenada, opportunity in Grenada in the 90s. Clinton is a doctor. A surgeon doctor, a doctor. But he came here and he spent a couple months here well. He and his wife. Right? Clinton I met first. So Clinton, I love you. You understand? I love you. You understand? And then after I met Clinton, I met Hayden. You understand? Let me see who calling the house phone. Right? I'll just stick up in there. Hello, good morning. Morning, Auntie. I'm fine, thank you. And how are you? Yeah, I did. I just there. Right. Nice. Yeah, I see my gone out and she don't eat breakfast, so I don't know. I don't know where she go. She doesn't tell me nothing. But I guess she might go by the church, the Universal Church. Yeah, you too. Have a safe, blessed day. Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, so that's a mom's sister. So everybody, people like to take things too personal. People don't know how to live as human beings. Check and sometimes I realize Caribbean people live in negative gossip life. In a negative flow. Check, Caribbean people live in a negative flow, negative energy. So as I was saying, Hayden I met after I met Clinton, but I didn't meet Hayden personally. Call Hayden, because I wanted to talk to my big brother Noel John. Noel, I had also meet you before you passed away. Because you had a lot of things I wanted to know. I don't know Daddy like that. And I wanted to talk to you to get him to know things. I tried to talk to Robert, but Robert moving like the Alzheimer's don't go with him already. But I'm glad to know, Noel, that at your age of almost 90, your mind was sound. That's why I always tell Angie and Clinton, I want to talk to you. Even your son Hayden. You check? You I need to talk to. Not just for certain things what going on with me and the house and the land here. You understand? Because my name on the deed as equal owning the property and place. But they swindle me out of my share. But certain other things. Right? About Daddy I wanted to know especially about. What was Daddy first name and certain things about Daddy. Right? So my big brother Noel John. Rise, my brother. You understand? Rise in integrity. You understand? Just my dread. Bless you and the family. Check. And I love you. So my people on the channel, you understand? Life is too short for us to be living like animals. Right? Because as soon as you grow and you are fattened enough, straight to the slaughterhouse. And somebody hunt your ass. I end up on a dinner plate. So, I end up in some belly of our next beast. Thank God for life. Another day with life. Thank the Most High. Thank you. Thank you, my Heavenly Father, Mora, Anu Antu, Selassie, Negus Nagus, for another day in life. We outside, we are alive. Thank you. So everybody who follow in the channel, have a safe, blessed day. You understand? Today is Wednesday. To all the children out there, all have a safe, blessed day. Be mindful of the children, to the motorists on the road. Be mindful of what's going on with these children and them, right? It's on the road. So, all you later, right? And bless up, you know? So let's see it.